Previously on the Steve Saga. Goodbye, Galaxy Steve. Huh? You.
Well. I didn't think you'd actually do it. I was here at the beginning, and I will be here at the end, Saber. But you will simply just be forgotten at the end of it all.
I don't know who you are, but you have to keep the Steve safe. Who are you anyways? What right do you have to decide the Steve's fate? Who are you?
I'm the creator of Steves, and I am Origin Steve.
Origin Steve? You created all of the Steves?
Correct. I was the first Steve. In the beginning, well, this world wasn't so much different than as it is today, but it was lifeless, void, hopeless. And that's where I came in. I don't know where I started, but here I was, alone, striving to find other signs of life. I had no idea where to begin, or where to go. But slowly but surely, I figured out I had powers beyond your belief, and at the time, beyond mine. So I did the only thing I could. I created life.
You created all of the Steves? You created life? You're the first ever Steve? How are you even still here? That must have been ages ago. How are you still here and standing?
I don't know. My powers have kept me here all this time, and they'll keep me here forever. I'm bound to this world, Saber.
You're unable to be destroyed?
There's never been a challenger worthy of me. Anyone who's ever tried has quickly been dealt with. No one has ever been able to stand up to me.
I refuse to believe that you actually created all the Steves. Steves are great people. Some have gone down the wrong path, but you seem like an awful person, honestly. How could you? Not only that, you seem so emotionless. Steves are filled with emotion, yet you're just nothing. You're just this empty shell that's just so controlling. How come you don't even have any emotions in the first place?
Well, in the beginning, you and I, Saber, we weren't so different. I was much like you. Filled with emotion, hope, desperation. I was longing for something more. And so, I created the second Steve. I split myself into another.
Like Galaxy Steve?
Yes, just like Galaxy Steve. And then, I began to do it again, and again, and again. Creating different Steves, different varieties. Colors.
You created the base for all Steves? You are the base for all Steves. If you originate from all of them, then why didn't you help them?
In the beginning, all I wanted to do was help. I was controlling. I was manipulating. But I learned something along the way. I once came back to a Steve that I had left alone. And I had learned something.
What?
The Steve that I had left alone had begun to prosper. They had civilization. They created their own life, their own Steves. And eventually, they had forgotten me.
What? You created all of the Steves, and as they grew on their own, they forgot about you? You have to be one of the... No, you are the most powerful Steve ever, and they just forgot about you? I refuse to believe that. You had to have done something.
Time destroys everything, Saber. It destroys memories. It destroys Steves. It destroys everything. Except me. And as time passed, so did the knowledge of myself. But I learned something along that line, Saber.
What?
The more that the Steves began to prosper, the more that they grew, expanded, and learned, the more powerful that I became.
Your powers grew as other Steves grew?
Yes.
As Steve civilizations prospered, your energy, that's right. If every Steve originally comes from you, then as their energy grows, then it's all connected to you in the end. Kind of like Time Steve and Elemental Steve and Galaxy Steve.
Not so much like them. I was different in my own way, but I began to become hungry. I began to crave power because They feared me.
Why would they fear you? You created them in the first place. They owe it all to you.
They didn't see it that way. They were fearful. They were scared of what I could do. They tried to imprison me, tried to keep me locked up. I decided I had to leave certain Steves because of the fear that they brought. When I started to try to control them, they started to disappear one by one.
None of this explains why you're just some emotionless person. You said that you cared at one point. Why wouldn't you just care now? There's good Steves out there that would be happy to know that they found the origin of their creation. They'd be happy to know. They'd be happy to be there by your side. But you're just this empty shell now.
I used to be like you, as I said, Sabre. However, after time and time again, I've watched Steves disappear. They've come and gone, and none has ever stayed. I have been here since the beginning, Sabre. You will be eventually disappeared, as well as all the Steves you know. But I will remain. All you are to me are pawns in a single game.
You're saying that you've dropped all need for your emotions because every single time you become attached to anybody, they just disappear? And I guess you've been around for so long, that makes sense. You've just stopped trying to care.
Any great ruler needs to be void of emotion. They need to be able to make logical conclusions, Sabre.
You can make logical conclusions and still care for people.
If you've been around for as long as I have, Sabre, you seem to lose this so-called emotion that you desperately cling on to.
Look, I don't know exactly what happened in your past or anything. All I know is you can still be a nice guy. You can still turn it all around right now. Everyone has forgotten about you. And, well, in a sense, that means that you can have a new beginning. You can show Steves that you could be the beacon of hope.
There is no time for a beacon of hope, Sabre. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to right what you did wrong.
You can do that by bringing all of the Steves back together. You don't need to try and start fresh all over again. That's pointless. There's already Steves out there. Galaxy Steve can be someone that can help you. We can bring the Steves back. We can make civilizations prosper again. Not only that, wait, you said that you became stronger as the Steves prospered and had their own civilization. Steves are almost extinct now. That means you're probably powerless. You're just putting up a whole facade.
Powerless, Sabre?
Yeah. You say that you prosper as other Steves prosper. If that's true, then that means that you should pretty much be powerless now. I probably shouldn't even be scared of you.
I am more powerful than you could ever imagine. With just at my command, I can change the weather. I can make it rain whenever I want. I can control the sun and the moon. Change it night and day, however I see fit.
What?
I can create thunderstorms, no matter what. Your friends, Galaxy Steve, the foes that you faced, Voice Steve, Elemental Steve, all of them, they are nothing compared to me, Sabre. You are nothing compared to me.
This power. How can you have all this power if the power that you derive from, or you prosper from, is from the Steves?
I will always be this powerful, Sabre. This is me at my weakest.
There's no way. Your core energy is this strong? Look, make it day again.
I can do as I do wish.
Look, I've believed in people, and I can believe in you. You've just lost sight of what's good and bad. You see things so bland, so boringly. You have to remember that Steves have feelings, and originally you did too. You can turn it all around. Emotions are a powerful thing. From what I've seen, Steves get their strongest powers from emotions.
Right and wrong, Sabre? There is no such thing as right and wrong, left and right. Your viewers of morality, they weaken you, Sabre.
You woke up from Galaxy Steve and Void Steve fighting. If that didn't happen, you would have just been hibernating this whole time. Wait, why did you choose to go into some hibernation in the first place?
With me being around, I was controlling. I was manipulative. I tried controlling the Steves. But I learned that by leaving them alone, by letting them prosper on their own, they would grow more quickly than I could ever hope. So I decided to go into hibernation. However, when I woke up, I realized that without my presence here, and with your meddling, it seems that the Steves are slowly starting to fade away.
You thought that when going into hibernation, you would wake up to a world full of Steves, civilizations prospering, but you woke up to them almost being gone, completely extinct. That's why you're so, well, I wouldn't say upset because it's kind of hard to tell. You don't have emotions, but that's why you're so distraught about it. I'm telling you, The Steves were already starting to go extinct before I even came in and did anything. I tried to stop it. I tried to bring Steves back together and create a new civilization. The Steves were already starting to fall apart. All of them were in dire need of someone's help. You weren't there to help at all.
I've always been there since the beginning of time, Saber. I can't be here to sit and babysit the Steves throughout all of time. They need to learn. They need to grow on their own. If I have to sit there, how strong are the Steves really?
How would they learn if no one is there to teach them? No one's there to teach them how to properly prosper. They're all trying to fight for what they think is right, and they're trying to put the pieces together because none of them truly know what just happened. None of them know where it all started. They all forgot about you, so they're trying to figure it out on their own. They were doing their best, but because you left, they forgot. You were the one that let them forget.
They feared me. They reveled in me.
They feared you because you tried to control them.
They're just simple Steves. What better do they know?
They're not simple Steves. They're their own people. They did indeed thrive as their own civilizations at one point, and that was because they did it. You didn't do that. They did it on their own. At a certain point, yeah, they needed a little helping hand, and because no one was there to help, they started falling apart. All you had to do was show them a little way.
Saber, when I woke up from my hibernation, I was hoping to be more powerful than I could ever imagine. I would have been able to rule over the Steves like a god. Instead, look at this place. It's pathetic. Because of you and your little friends, I will have to start over.
No, I didn't start any of this. It was already falling apart. You weren't here to witness it. When I first showed up, the Steves were in shambles. I tried to fix it.
No matter what you say, Saber, history will repeat itself. And it will repeat itself as many times as it needs until I get it right.
No. Where are you going?
That's none of your concern, Saber. But I must say, I've enjoyed this little conversation of ours. It's been a long time since I've been able to talk with somebody else. I must say, I enjoy you, Saber. I'm gonna keep you around.
What? You said that you were just gonna deal with me and everyone immediately. You're just gonna leave me here? Aren't you worried I'm gonna do something?
There's nothing you can do, Saber. You can try all you want. But the only thing that you'll be here for is to witness the collapse of your own world, your own existence, and all of the Steves that you know. Because I will start again, Saber.
I already gave up my end. I gave up my friendships and everything so that Steves could prosper. Don't you do this.
Goodbye, Saber.
No.
I'm sure we'll meet again sometime soon, under different circumstances.
Get back here! No! No!